Hey guys, so today I'll be telling you how you can find the roots of complex numbers in the polar form, and I apologize for how I sound. I'm kind of sick right now. So to start off, we have the formula, which will be z sub k equals the nth root of r times the cosine of theta plus 360 times k over n plus I sine of theta plus 360 times k over n. So to start off for our first example, we have z equals 2 of cosine of 120 degrees plus I sine times 120 degrees. And also for this formula, there's actually two. Since I'm doing this one in degrees, I use 360. But if we were using radians, then it would be 2 pi. So to start off, you're going to want to identify the parts. Like, you don't really have to do this. It just is easier for me as there are a lot of variables in this. So looking at your formula, let's put it this way. So theta is going to equal 120, n is going to equal 3, and how you know that is because you want to find the complex cube root, so that is 3. And then k is going to equal n minus 1, so then that's going to be 3 minus 1 to 2. And how I kind of like to remember this is that k is always going to be 1 less than what you're trying to find. So as it is 3, it's just going to go to 2, so you're going to have 0, 1, and 2. So, and then for step 2, this is also optional. I just do this so it is an easier formula, and it's just like you can simplify it and it's just easier to do overall. So you're going to plug it in, so it's going to be the cube root of 2 times cosine of 120 plus 360 times k over 3 plus I sine of 120 plus 360 times k over 3. So I just went ahead and simplified that, so it's going to give you the cube root of 2 times the cosine of 40 degrees plus 120k plus I sine of 40 plus 120k. And this is just nice because it's the same. It's like a carbon copy on each side. So then, after you have this, you're just going to plug it in straight to the formula. So your first k is going to be 0. So to find z sub 0, it's going to be 3 root 2 times cosine of 40 plus 120, and since k is 0, we're going to plug in 0. So that's 120 times 0, plus I sine of 40 plus 120 times 0, simply giving you 3 root 2 of cosine 40 plus I sine of 40. And 3 root 2, or excuse me, the cube root of 2 is just like 1.23, and you can write that out, but I just decided not to. So then next, you're just going to plug in 1 for z, so z sub 1 is going to be the cube root of 3 is going to be cosine of 40 plus 120, and you're going to plug in 1 for k, so 120 times 1, plus I sine of 40 plus 120 times 1, giving you cube root of 3 plus, or of cosine of 160 plus I sine of 160, and that is your, that is z sub 1. So for the final one, which is going to be z sub 2, it's going to be the cube root of 2 of cosine of 40 plus 120 times 2, as k is 2, plus I sine of 40 plus 120 times 2, giving your final answer of the cube root of 2 of cosine 280 degrees plus I sine of 280 degrees.